Welcome my dear students to online classes of Shakun Vidya Niketan, Naini, Prayagraj. So
Let's enjoy the
today,
ambience of seashore. Isn't it a beautiful picture, students? Today's topic is a photograph from class 11th English Hornbill book, that is poetry. This poetry is really a beautiful one written by Shirley Tolson.
what a beautiful picture. Three girls are enjoying in seawater. Now students, we will talk about the poetess of this poetry and she is Shirley Tulson. She was born on 20th of May 1924 and she died on 23rd September 2018. Students, do you know she was a writer, editor and journalist. She studied English in the University of London and she was a member of group in London. Let's talk about the poem. Students, this poem is about the loss of someone. How do we feel when we lose someone? We really feel very sad and very monotonous. This poem is about feel of nostalgia. The entire poem is centered around the speaker's recollection from her own life and her mother's memory. The poem simply conveys the message that human life is not permanent. So it stresses on storing memories and living a cheerful life. So, what do you learn, students? That life must go on. The show should not stop. We must live our life very happily and life should be like king size and full of beautiful memories. Now let's study the mind map of this poetry and understand theme, mood, tone and poetic devices. Theme is loss, memory and nature of human life, which shows loss of mother and transitory nature of human life. Mood is nostalgia, means the poet recalls the beautiful moments spent with her mother. But her mood changes with the lines of the poem. It is a type of free verse, means poet has not used specifically any rhyming scheme which you can notice in the poem. Now talking about poetic devices, a poetic device makes a poem very beautiful. She has used alliteration where a particular sound gets repeated, personification, imagery, oxymoron, transferred epithet, and irony. Alliteration is where the sound gets repeated, personification, where non-living is regarded as living object. Poet has also created beautiful visual imageries. Example, washed their terribly transient feet a sweet. Now talking about transferred epithet, where adjective refers to a noun other than a person. Now see how irony is used. The poetry begins where poet is seen smiling while looking at the photograph. But at the end of the poem, this happiness turns into sorrow because she has lost her mother. Let's study the central idea and summary of this poem. The cardboard shows me how it was when the two girl cousins went paddling, each one holding one of my mother's hand, and she, the big girl, some 12 year or so. All three stood still to make smile through their hair at the uncle with the camera a sweet face. In the first line, poet has used the figure of speech personification. So we can see poetess mother is at the sea beach with her two cousins, and poet's mother only is the big girl. She was at that time 12 years old. All of them were smiling and standing. Poet's mother had a very sweet face. My mother's that was before I was born, and the sea, which appears to have changed less, washed their terribly transient feet. In third line, poet has used transferred epithet. Now, as the girls were enjoying at the sea beach, the waves washed the feet of three girls. They were standing silently, but now those moments have passed. It is the matter of past. After 20 years, she becomes adult. Since then, many changes came in poetess mother, but she appears to be changed very less. That shows the mortal and immortal picture. Some 20-30 years later, she would laugh at the snapshot. See, Betty and Dolly, she would say, and look how they dressed us for the beat. Last line is her laughter. Both rhyme with the labored ease of loss. After 20 or 30 years, the poet's mother would look at the photograph laughing nostalgically. Means when she looks at the photograph, she remembers her past moments and starts laughing, remembering the past. She would appreciate the dress worn by her cousin Dolly and Betty. Means she laughs at the dressing sense in which way they wore the dress, because that time they were very young as a kid. But poet says, poet says those were the moment of past when she used to stand together with her mother and look at the photograph. Now her mother is not there with her, and she becomes very sad. The last stanza shows that the poet becomes very silent due to sorrow. Now, as destined by fate, she has lost her mother. Out of all circumstances, there is nothing else left to say. At the last line, poet has used alliteration as well as personification, where silence itself silences the stillness. So the poem ends with a sad note that poet is left alone with the sweet memories of her mother, but those memories only at the end becomes a reason of her sorrow, and that is the irony of this poem. I hope you all have enjoyed this poem. Thank you.